Ladies, I know, I understand that you could get in a relationship and a person could present themselves to be a certain way or be a certain person. And then as time progresses, you begin to see the masks come off. Because eventually, you got to lift the mask up to breathe. You can't keep the mask on forever. So if a person is faking with you, you going to see that. But first, you got to hold accountability because you chose that person. Men, we're not in control of who get to pick the relationship. We're in control of who get to pick the marriage. See, women, y'all get to control the relationship aspect because we are chasing y'all. We pursuing y'all to apprehend the relationship. So y'all get to choose. And for us, when we get with y'all, based on, your behavior, your mentality, mindset, drive, ambition, and goals, we decide if we're gonna marry you and spend the rest of our life with you. And the sad part is that most of the times people get in these relationships for ulterior motives and agenda motives. But there are people out here that's actually looking to be in love with somebody, that's looking to have a significant other. They looking for that companionship. Now this is the thing, right? In my opinion, I feel like if a guy isn't mentally abusing you, if he's not physically abusing you, then you should try and work it out, right? You probably should take a look at yourself and see if you part of the problem, because that's the problem in relationships. Nobody want to hold that mirror up and look and see the ugly person that they became or that they are, and then they don't want to change it. And really, that's the easy part. The easy part is the change. The hard part is accepting and recognizing that you're really a fucked up person. And women nowadays, they like, you don't have to be getting beat on. You don't have to be getting mentally abused. You will leave that man because he's not financially inclined. And you will actually believe that you're going to go out there and find another man who is high value in finance and morals and status, and then you believe that you're going to catch that man. Not looking at the statistics, not looking at the proven facts, just going off what you concoct in your head. And the crazy thing is, women, y'all in love with y'all feelings. So y'all would think things that will make you feel a certain type of way and you'll believe it. Like, for instance, a woman with multiple kids, two or better, I'm saying. You got two or more kids, and the dad is not in the picture. The dad didn't stay with you. Us as men, and I'm telling you from a man perspective, we look at that. That is a strike against you, woman. Like, hold on. I don't know if I want to wife her. I probably could kick it with her and, enjoy her presence in her company. But wifing her? I don't know about that, because why didn't her baby daddy wife her? If she allowed him to have sex with her, well, then he must have been good enough for marriage too, if he's good enough to give you a baby. And women don't look at that. They don't look at that. And then also another thing that us as guys look at, ladies, when you leave your relationship and you get to talking to the other guy, don't go bashing that nigga. Because when you get to bashing that man to the next man you trying to deal with, that man who you trying to deal with is really looking at you like you an alien with three heads. He may not say nothing because he want to smash. So he going to keep it cool, and, he going to be receptive to your information, act like he care, may even give you some advice. But the thing is, he just want to smash. He already made it up in his mind that he not finna deal with you like that because you have multiple kids. You got two baby daddies. You got 4 kids. And neither of the baby daddies chose to marry you. They didn't stick around. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the times, men can be the problem on why a woman is single with kids and not dealing with the man. So I'm not I'm not saying that it's all the lady's fault. What I'm saying is, ladies, if that guy is just going through a financial hardship, or he got some errors that can be worked on and be corrected, work it out. Do not go out here in this world believing that your value is higher than what you actually is in reality, because you're going to be setting yourself up for failure, queen. You're going to be setting yourself up for failure. Like, in this day and age, men are not coming in raising other men's legacies. It's not what we doing. Like, yeah, we'll come around, we'll kick it, have fun, may even help you out a little bit. But when that run its course, but then you ran your course, and all the resources that's being provided, it's being abstracted now. And that's just a fact. So, like, I know guys and I know women. Like, I have a lot of female friends, and they call me for advice. You know what I'm saying? They call me for advice in regards to dealing with men, because I genuinely care about their best interests as their friend. And when they call me and they tell me, hey, Emil, so I'm dealing with this guy and he's doing A, B, and C, I just tell them the rest of the alphabets. That's it. That's it. They tell me A, B, and C, I just give them D, E, F, G. You tell me 1 + 1 is 2, cool. I'm going to tell you 2 + 2 is 4. I'm going to give you the appropriate math to assist you, because I don't never want nobody coming to me for advice and then coming back mad or discouraged or feeling down like, I led them astray. No, I'm not going to do that. And what women need to understand in this day and age, yes, men have been fucking up for a long time, but it have not been all men. And then these men with the high value, like men like who got their credit right, got their own home, working, got discipline and structure in their life, they not putting up with none of this bull crap that a lot of women is doing. Like, that sense of entitlement, a real man ain't gonna deal with it. The narcissism, a real man not gonna deal with it. The ability to not hold accountability, a real man not gonna deal with it. So when you got a man who, just need a few things corrected and, encouraged, motivated by his woman, he will do better. He can do better, because our whole purpose out here in life, the reason we build in value, it ain't for ourselves. Yeah, I mean, initially it's for us, but in all actuality, it's for y'all. It's for the women. Like, I never get dressed and go get my hair cut to go out and look good for another nigga to compliment me. No. I want to be complimented by the women. I keep myself groomed, stay looking the way I go to the gym and work out to keep my body fit and in shape for the women. Not for no damn men. And the thing is, I understand that building value, it attracts women. But you got to have discernment with the type of women you attract, because these things that you possess, you can attract the wrong type of person in your energy field. And all the motives and the agendas and the sneakiness, the pettiness, all that's going to exist in your relationship because you led with your material. I don't lead with my material thing. I lead with my spiritual side, because if my spirituality isn't enough to apprehend your mind and attract you and pique your interest, I don't need you. I don't want you. Because what it do is it shows the incompatibility for us. We're not in alignment with each other. Like, I can't deal with a woman that I can't intellectually stimulate my mind with. Like, she can't challenge my mind I can't teach her because she's uncoachable. I can't lead her because she's unleadable. I can't point out the errors and where she making fault in her life because she gonna flip it around and turn it on me, or she gonna get mad that I'm trying to actually teach her about accountability. Like, men who got value to themselves, men who know their purpose and know which direction they going. Yeah, yeah, we ain't. Nah, we ain't settling. Only men who are insecure in their looks, insecure in their finance, insecure in their drive, their ambitions, their goals. Only them men settle. Like, yeah, them the men who will settle for a woman with 3, 4 kids and all that. Never been engaged, never been married. All 4 men left, and none of them stuck around. And you're saying that they the problem without looking at yourself at all. The men are the problem. And like I say, I'm gonna keep reinforcing. I'm gonna keep repeating this. Men are not innocent. But what you got to realize is that it is not all men. Just like all women ain't gold diggers, all men don't beat on women. All men don't cheat on women. Some men can find a woman who match their compatibility, and that woman will suffice. Now, if that woman have daddy issues and relationship past experiences, bad past experience in relationships, well then, I ain't gonna say she a lost cause, but if you know your purpose and you got higher standards and you trying to achieve more and build with a person, yeah, the woman with the daddy issues, the woman who been in different relationships, had kids with multiple men, and none of the men ain't around, that probably ain't the route you want to go. Because it's gonna be hard to teach her, it's gonna be hard to coach her, it's gonna be hard to lead her. Because of the bad experience from other men. And what I hate most that women do is women tend to believe that their bad experience in the relationship world translate over to all men are like this. All men are dog. No, sweetie. No, queen. You know why the men that you picked were dogs and not good for you? You picked people who instilled a lot of qualities in themselves that you had. And these qualities that this person have, you're looking at a direct replica of yourself in another human form. We attract what we are, not what we want. So, as I said before, if you know that you have to do shadow work, and it's things that you need to work on to make yourself become a better person, to raise your vibration to that highest frequency of the highest version of yourself, you need to remove certain things. And the first thing you got to do is identify. Identify where these areas at. Identify the areas and where these traits exist. After you identify, accept it. And once you accept it, you can start begin to make changes in your life that will remove these traits, that will have you in a different belief system on how you believe the world should be, and instead you'll look at the world for what it really is. And the misconception that women have on the world is pretty sad. It is. It's pretty sad. And again, not all women think like this. There are very feminine women who have emotional intelligence, and they have the ability to shut the fuck up and listen, to understand, and not hearing to respond. They understand that. And for me, I just want to focus on teaching my daughters how to be queens. I want to teach them how to be wives, to instill them characteristics in them. So, a good man will immediately gravitate to them because they will be instilled with good values, good morals, good traits. So I mean, for the ladies out there, and I love my women. I love the sisters. I love all nationality of women. I just love women, man. And to see y'all going through what y'all going through, it's sad. It is. And I promise you, if y'all start tuning in to my channel and listening to understand and not hearing to respond, the things that I'm saying, I promise you it's going to point you in the right direction of your soulmate. But first, you have to, I repeat, you have to, it is imperative. Remove the toxic traits that exist in you. Remove the toxic traits that exist in you. Oh, and they exist. If you don't have your soulmate, if you're not happy in a relationship with a guy who's treating you like you want to be treated, like you desire, like you need to be treated, well, then you still have traits in you in which is preventing and blocking you from attracting that man that you want. You want a man that's tall, that earn good, that's smart, intelligent, a protector, a provider. You know what I mean? Well, first sit down and write out what that man looked like, what these traits entail, and then compare and contrast to yourself. Do you have these traits that you're asking for, that you desire? Because if you don't, well, you need to work on building them. Because if you don't have them, you're going to attract the opposite of. And that is a proven fact. That is a proven fact. So, man, ladies, when you got a good thing, or you know that you got somebody that's going to go the distance with you in it for the long haul, but it's a few things that's missing, work with them. Communication rules the nation. If you converse with that man, have a adult conversation, and you point out, look, babe, I don't like when you do this. It makes me feel like this. Can you do that? Or look, babe, I feel like if you really want to raise your financial status, you should do A, B, and C. And you should apply this type of pressure. And you should do this. When women have these conversations with men, what they do is it make us look at reality. And it make us lock in a certain way like no other, because your woman is your best motivator if you got a good woman. A good woman, man, listen. A good woman could put a backpack on a nigga back, and that man will go out there and believe he can fucking accomplish the world because of that woman motivation and inspiration. And he will come back with it and not even know how the hell he did it. All he knows is that he had a drive like no other, ambition, the desire to be resilient through failure and persist. Women, y'all can do that for us. Or you can do the complete opposite and completely tear a man down, just as a man can do. And what's the point? If you got to tear him down, why don't you just leave him? Find somebody that's more in alignment with you. But tearing down people and saying certain things after the relationship end, what I learned is that shit haunts you, because you will be doing these things, and then when you get into another relationship and things go south, you'll probably, tell that other guy, like, yeah, F you, I'm finna go mess with this nigga who been trying to talk to me. Or tell that woman, like, yeah, it don't matter if you leave. I already had shorty on the side anyway. Like, bro, that's not cool. I used to do that. And what I learned is I never benefited anything good from it. Nothing good came from that. And the sad part is You get back with the person that you said this to, they don't trust your ass no more. Like, they ain't never gonna trust you again. The relationship will never be the same. And it's gonna be a downhill incline. A downcline, not an incline. It's gonna be a downhill decline for that relationship. Because once you say certain things, you can't take them away. So, again, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I get up out of here, smoke my bliggity, I just want y'all to understand that know your value in real world time. Like, don't just think because you pretty. Don't just think because you got a vagina. Don't think just because your accolades that you're going to attract a certain guy because of it. Because to be honest with you, like men who got goals, drive, structure, and know where they headed, they don't care about all that shit you talking about, all them accolades you, like, it don't matter. Because this the thing. For a man like me, right? This is how I view it. Why do I care about your money that you make? Oh, I'm independent. I work here. I do that. Why do I care? Because I'm going to be spending my money on you. You going to be spending my money. And I'm not going to be spending yours. Yeah, so I really don't care about how much money you make. Because at the end of the day, as a man, I still have to maintain and sustain all that I have, all that I already accomplished, like, and I want more. So it's up to me to build that legacy. You coming in, you're just an assistant. You my partner, right? You are the ones who's supposed to see the things that I don't see. Like, you watch my back, I cover the front. And that's how the leadership's supposed to go. I lead, you follow. And while you following, you keep your eyes open and watch everything around me, and whatever don't look right, tap my back, bang. And now my consciousness, my awareness is on it, and now I can eradicate the problem, whatever it is. That's how a real partnership go, man, in these relationships. And people failing to do that because they coming in with expectations, agendas, ulterior motives, and a level of detachment that's unmatched. And that's really killing shit. Like, that detachment, like, people don't understand. Detachment is really control. It's not love. Detachment is not love. It's control. And the sooner people realize that and figure that out, the more you'll be able to cope with the dynamics of your relationship better in regards to the downsides. But, you know, that's all I want to say, man. I just want to come on here, speak to the ladies for a minute, get them a little ism. And like I say, you know, if this video resonate with you, if you like what I'm saying, like and subscribe. Ladies, tune in to my channel. I keep telling y'all, I'm not like these other podcast guys. Like, I'm not finna bash y'all. I'm not finna take away hope. But I am going to be transparent. I am going to be authentic. I am going to be real. Because you got to understand, I'm not trying to smash none of y'all. I don't want none of y'all. So, it's not in no best interest for me to lie to y'all. Like, there's no reason to lie to y'all about nothing when we having these discussions. I just want everybody to do right. I want the relationship dynamic to change. I want the home improvement to change with two parents in each household like it used to be. And if me hopping on YouTube and spreading the message, giving my advice on, you know, how to maintain and sustain and have appropriate etiquette in a relationship, if that's going to help the dynamics of the home improvement, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Because at the end of the day, it ain't for me. It ain't for none of you other grown-ass adults out here. It's for the kids that's coming after us. The legacy that's going to be left behind in your family name. Like, we got to do something about that. The downcline is here already. We already drifting down. It's time to change the trajectory and raise it up. For real, people. And the only way we can do that is if we come together. Being separated and being divided, we only gonna be conquered. And that's a known fact.